Call to order this May 21st meeting of the North Allegheny School Board. Please rise and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Starting with our calendar review, we had an executive session on May 14th to discuss personnel issues. Tonight, we have our regular meeting, including our NA Empower annual report and our NA Empower Expression Contest winners recognition. And on June 11th, our next meeting, it will be a combined meeting, and that will include our final budget approval. To start this evening, first, Dr. Simkoviak, can you confirm that you can hear us?
I can hear you.
Great, and we can hear you also. We will start with our reports. Dr. Highland was unable to be here this evening, so I will turn it over to Dr. Frazier, Mrs. Guess, and Mrs. Biagirelli.
Good evening, everyone. My name is David Duramo. I'm the Assistant Superintendent for Secondary Education at North Allegheny. This is an exciting night for us as a celebration of our students. For those of you that are new to the board meeting or to the district in terms of our programs and events that we offer for children, this is the second year of our return of the NA Empower Committee under the guidance and true birth of Dr. Marcia Martin, who used to be the principal at Carson Middle School years ago. Through the efforts of the committee, and truly their leadership with Mrs. Guess, Mrs. Biagirelli, and Dr. Frazier, this truly could not happen tonight without their leadership. So I definitely want to take a moment to thank you for all your efforts and service to the students. Just to give a little bit more background, there was a lot of effort by the leadership of the school district, specifically our school directors, Dr. Heinlein, and members of our executive council, through the development of the goals. And I'm sure you've seen them on various correspondences shared from the district and also displayed around the school district. We took a lot of time and pride in developing a true vision that everyone felt ownership of and something that we can all get behind and support. I want to focus on number 3, empowering students. And what we are going to celebrate tonight soon with the distribution of our awards is a direct indication of our effort in supporting and, most importantly, empowering our students, because every student has value at the North Allegheny School District. And we value the academics, the athletics, and the arts, but most importantly, the voice of our students. So thank you for your support. You should be very proud of your students that are here tonight, the many other students that participated in the program and are excited to share their stories and their NA experience to help make us all better, because that's what we're here. We're about growth and opportunities to make your children's experience at North Allegheny the best it could possibly be. Without further ado, I did talk about the goals and the mission. Obviously, underneath empowering students, we talk about promoting a school environment where students feel connected and their voices are encouraged, heard, and valued. Also, as part of our strategic comprehensive plan, we on an annual basis, and those of you that are in the various grades that will receive this, and all of the parents have an opportunity as stakeholders to share your voice as well. Our guiding principles for our program vision and view is to take some of the respondents, participants' feedback to us as a school district for how to get better. So on the surveys, various questions as examples from the student survey. Our student survey is implemented or provided to the students as they exit their elementary experience, 5th going to 6th, 8th graders exiting middle school, going to the high school, intermediate, and intermediate students exiting off to the next step at Nash, as well as our exiting seniors have the opportunity to provide us evidence of where we can obviously celebrate what things are working and what's going well, and then obviously areas of growth. But students treating other students with respect, the environment at my school is respectful of my race, religion, culture, all those things that we value for the experience of students. But that's where our team and our champions, every building in the district has a champion for our NA Empower program. That's where they serve as a sponsor for our students to meet with, have the students come together, talk about some of the survey results and things that we want to continue to improve upon. As part of our annual report, we also acknowledge that, one thing I always said over 20 years as a middle school principal, you can't legislate adolescence. It's very difficult. And just like society and community at large, there are many opportunities for growth for our students. They see things on TV. They hear behaviors and things, in just life. Those are opportunities to teach and to use those as educational opportunities. The evidence and data here are examples of the opportunities we've had to teach kids how to do things better. And I'm going to turn this over. There you go, Dr. Frazier.
Thank you, Mr. Duramo. And just to continue on the conversation, the importance of asking students to continue to use their voice. We have seen an increase in students reporting alleged either harassment or bullying. So what you'll see here on this slide is from August, the beginning of this year, through May 2025. You'll see the numbers and the breakdowns there. The total number of allegations for each grade band are below, but not all of these allegations were substantiated. So we put these in here because we wanted to emphasize that the power of our committee here has grown with students and staff. And we hope that some of these numbers will see a decline because our students will come to us and we can talk through some of these. But we've had a new reporting system this year, and we're really proud of our students for reaching out and utilizing this. And if they need anything, they find a supportive adult to come and talk to.
Which is also in the survey, making sure that every student is able to identify a trusted adult in every building.
We also added on here how to report concerns. This is important for tonight's board meeting and to include in our presentation because it's a big part about making sure that we celebrate one another. And we recognize that we're all different, but that makes us unique and special. So if there are any concerns, we share with both our staff and our students that we have on our executive council. We have Dr. Amy DeLuca here. She is the director of our student services. She's also the student Title IX coordinator and our compliance officer. And then we have Miss Mary Jane Tracy. She's our director of human resources, and she is the employee Title IX coordinator, compliance officer. And they're available for any questions for our students and our staff. We wanted to share some of the work that we are excited about highlighting this evening. Of course, recognizing all of our students that are sitting here today. We can't wait to shake your hand, meet your families a little bit more, and tell you all the great things that we are proud of you for. But within our committee, we have grown this year with developing a process for inviting more students to join NA Empower. When we first started the rebirth of NA Empower and our committee meeting with our expression contest, we knew that we needed to emphasize the involvement of students. So a big part of this year was bringing on student ambassadors. So throughout the presentation this evening, you'll hear about the growth of each student being represented amongst all of our 12 buildings. So we're really proud about that. And some of our students that are sitting here this evening might be student ambassadors for their building. And if you're not, and if you want to be, reach out to your building administration and we'll make sure that you're involved. We would love to have you be a part. We also are continuing to build awareness and appreciation for multiple cultures. We are doing that by events like this. We've had more participation this year than we've ever had. We're excited to grow that, and we want to show you a little video in a bit that highlights all of our students' participation. All right, Mrs. Bujarelli.
Yes, thank you. My name is Janelle Biagarelli. I'm the assistant principal at Carson Middle School. It was so wonderful to meet all of you, all of your families, and really take part in judging and reading and reviewing all of the fabulous artwork and entries this year. It was really special for me and our team to be a part of that process. And I'm new to this team this year. I started as a building ambassador, and then I decided I wanted to get more involved. So I have these wonderful ladies and Mr. Duramo, and we plan events, we plan what we're doing, where we're headed, how we're growing our program through the year. And these are the meeting dates that we had this year. And we had a very structured agenda tied to the scorecard and our goals and our plans and the future for this. And during this time, we were able to meet with the building ambassadors, and there'll be a list on the next slide that I'll show you from each building. And we were able to share ideas. What are we doing in our building? What's working? What are the students interested in doing? And we were able to collaborate during that time. And we even have a shared drive where we shared resources that was really helpful. But that's how we've grown. And we've grown as a group, a collaborative effort, and we're very, very proud of it. So our next and last meeting for this year will be May 27th. And we also had student groups involved in these meetings and also parents. And as I said, our growing committee, so we started as the year went on, we made sure every building had that building ambassador, that point person that students could go to. And that person was responsible for reaching out to the student body and creating the student ambassador group that was in charge of meeting and kind of putting these initiatives into implementation. So as you can see, every building has a rep, whether it be a teacher, a paraprofessional, a counselor, so an administrator. There's someone for every building. And it's also a collaborative effort with students, school administrators, the executive council, the board, also helping to drive our goals, and obviously the community. And we're looking forward to growing that initiative with the community in the future as well.
Do we have champions in the audience that are here tonight?
We have any building champions here? Heather? Dr. Hibner. Yeah, there she is back there. Thank you for being a part of this with us. Thank you.
Okay. And I do want to say thank you to all of our administrators that are here, that are a part and have helped us lift up this exciting contest that we've had that we're going to talk about right now. So this image right here is Dr. Marsha Martin. She has so passed. And last year, we were fortunate to have her husband, Mr. Martin, come and speak and share a little bit about her as an administrator and her as a person and why this work is so important to her and how she was really a trailblazer in North Allegheny. He is welcoming a new grandbaby, I think, as we speak. So he had just sent this text message picture of her, and this is actually in Carson Middle School. From what he had said about her, she was very will-powered in her mindset. She loved floral arrangements all around her, and she stood for women's equality and equal rights. So as you can see here, she was an assistant principal. She was also a reading specialist from 1973 to 89. She became the principal at Carson Middle School in 1989, and she led the school for 15 years. During her career, she served as a committee chairwoman for North Allegheny's Gender Equity and Diversity Training Program. She won the Gloria Fitzgibbons Award for Gender Equity, an Outstanding Educator Award from the American Association of Women. And then in 1995, the Don Eckhorn Schools to Watch Award in recognition of outstanding middle school programs. So as you all know, this contest was in memory of her. And hopefully in the audience, we have some future Dr. Marsha Martins out there. Mrs. Guess.
Thank you. We are so proud of the work that we have accomplished with all of our students, growing our committee this year with student ambassadors. But I think that we're most proud to see many of you sitting here in the audience with us, ready to be recognized and celebrate your talents and your submissions for this year's contest. This year's contest had the theme of the power of belonging. As we've already noted, each school this year had student ambassadors, and student ambassadors submitted potential themes for this year's contest. We received 12 themes, and those were voted on by our NA Empower committee members, with the power of belonging being the winning theme from Franklin Elementary School. Then we opened up our contest for submission through March 4th through April 5th, being mindful that students have a lot of homework and other assignments that they might have to complete during the school year. So we were ensured that that window overlapped our spring break so that students could put their efforts towards this contest if they so chose. We had 54 writing submissions and 132 art submissions. We had 193 student participants. This year, we opened up our arts competition to include dance. So we had group events and group submissions that were added to this year's contest. This year, we had a total of 186 separate submissions, which was an increase from last year's 162 submissions. So we're very excited to see more students participate, more options for them to participate, not just in entering a submission, but also participating in our program in general. We had 91 volunteers, with 52 of those being student volunteers. In fact, I think I heard earlier that one of the students sitting in the room was a student ambassador and also participated as a judge. So we really appreciate all the students' voices being a part of this contest, whether through submission or through judging. We also had students participate as part of our NATV filming. So our NASH, our high school TV crew, came around and they interviewed all of our winners and put together a lovely video that we'll be able to view together. So from top to bottom, from choosing the theme to submitting your entries, to judging those entries, and to celebrating those entries, students were involved at every level. And for that, we can be really proud and really excited for what the future here at NA Empower holds. We hosted a reception for all just recently at Carson Middle School's lobby, where we had a number of students and parents participate. And then obviously we are sitting here tonight for our school board recognition of our winners and honorable mention. So if you want to learn more about our NA Empower committee and what we're about and how to get involved, we do have a district website that's linked here, but it is linked at our district website. You can find us underneath the website there. And the next thing that we want to do is share with you our contest video. So again, this was created by students with students.
Everyone wants to feel belong, not like an outsider. No one feels good that way. Everyone deserves a chance to belong. Like everyone deserves to be treated like an equal human being. So I really wanted to show people that with my work. So everyone is allowed an NA, no matter who it is. It means that everyone should accept each other.
I had a friend one day and she was really sad. And cheering her up, a lot of what I wrote in the poem was kind of my thought process when I was telling her different things about how she shouldn't judge herself based on how she looks and things like that. So that kind of gave me inspiration.
I knew that the power of belonging means to support and to work together. And so I drew a tree and earth with the branches, and I drew some people holding hands, and there was leaves on the tree that the leaves were flags.
I just wanted to create something that you don't see every day, something that people might relate to, whether it's the hair color or the skin color or even the eye color. I just wanted to make sure that everybody can relate to this painting and feel like they belong.
When a baby is born into this world, they're basically born colorless because you're not defined by your skin color. Basically, it represents a baby that is colorless being held up by different people of different colors, standing on top of this lock that is locking up all the hate and prejudice in the world, covered by keys, which are flags, which tells us that together diversity can hold up anything in this world. And it actually repels against the forces of hate.
It basically shows that each person, I drew a bead from each country, and it showed we're a bead, and there was it said we always focus on the beads on a bracelet, but instead why don't we focus on the most important part, the string that ties it all together.
this competition really means a lot to me. Like, especially this year's theme, the power of belonging. I think that's something really important to consider because, we all belong to society. We're all like a part of this world. And it doesn't matter whatever you look like, we're all together.
To me, belonging means fitting in and like belonging in a place that's like where you belong. Like how like other people are different, like maybe like you want to like include somebody like in a game even if maybe they have a wheelchair or something.
You don't doubt like where you are and it just feels right.
Power of belonging means like to not disclude anyone and to like include everyone and like everything.
When you belong, you feel happy. Like if you don't belong, you just feel like sad. And then like the power of that is when you belong, you feel happy and you feel like you belong. So like the power of belonging is happiness to me.
Yep, it's doing the wrong thing. There we go. Okay, so thank you again to our NATV crew from Nash and to all of our entry winners for sitting down and taking some time to share your thoughts about your piece with our students from Nash. I don't know that you can watch that without feeling a sense of hope for this next generation and what they can do and the power that belonging really does have in all of our schools. So we're excited to celebrate all of you tonight, the work that you've done. And without further ado, we're going to start to present to you your awards and certificates and some prizes that we have for you. So as you hear your name, please come up, receive your certificate, receive your gift, but then please stay up here for a final group picture if available. Okay? Okay, so our winner in our K3 writing category is Cora Hickton. Our winner in our 4th and 5th grade writing category is Tia Huan. Great job.
All right, 6-8 writing. We have a second time winner here. We're very excited about Shri. Danya, Shri, come on up. Take a Rajan. Come on up, Shri. I have to say that Shri was ready to do the orchestra concert, and we had a quick interview for her, and she changed gears very quickly and then went on stage and performed within seconds. So, Shri, great job. Okay. We also have in the 9-10, this is Biagirelli.
Thank you. Okay, winning category writing for grades 9 and 10, Shamuka Vasusi Ganavarama. And for writing, grades 11 to 12 is Medina Sadridin. Please come on down if you're here. Okay, and now we will move on to fine arts.
Actually, I believe that our K3 winner already came and took their piece. So we're going to move on to our 4th and 5th grade arts winner, Joshua Joseph.
Okay, from the 6 to 8, the middle level band for fine arts, Nikita and Shri. Come on up.
Okay, for fine arts grades 9 to 10, our winning submission was Anaya Pushkarna. Could please come on down. And 11 to 12, for fine arts, our winner was Ashley Suwan Shim. Yes, you can take it on her behalf. Thank you very much. Our next category, we do have a writing.
Our next category are going to be our honorable mentions. As said before, we had over 193 students participate in this year's contest. And with so many entries, it was hard to decide on one singular winner. So the following contest entries have earned an honorable mention and will also be receiving a gift. So honorable mention writing in K3 is Brielle Ombres. Honorable mention in writing for grades 4 and 5 is Sita Eshvaran.
All right, from the middle level, 6 through 8, our honorable mention in the writing category is Alicia Singh. Alicia's dad's here. Great, thank you. Congratulations to her. Thank you.
All right, in our arts category for honorable mention K3, we have John Santorelli. Another K3 arts honorable mention is Narika Shri. And our last honorable mention from the elementary level, grades 4 and 5 arts, is Faraj Muhammad.
And we have 6 to 8 fine arts, our honorable mention, Mariah Varma and Mackie Fong. If you could come down, please. Thank you very much. Congratulations to all of our winners, all of our honorable mention, everyone that submitted an entry. We really very much appreciate it. It's been amazing looking over all of your artwork. And again, thank you for making NA Empower, growing our program to where it is today. Thank you.
All right, squeeze in. You all did wonderful work, and so we're going to take a group picture.
Squeeze in a little bit, guys.
Actually, if you're elementary, would you come up to the front, or K3 at least, come to the front, and then we'll let our older students. It's okay. You want to be tall, you are tall. All right. All right. This is right.
Cheese.
Cheese. Now look at 4 places at once.
Look at your parents.
All right, one last round of applause. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Duramo, Mrs. Guest, Dr. Frazier, and Mrs. Biagirelli. We really appreciate your presentation, and thank you to all our award recipients. We are so glad to be able to see your work this evening at the reception and to be here while you received your award today. We will now move on to speakers on voting items. This is for voting items only. We had no one call ahead to pre-register. Is there anyone here in the audience today who would like to speak on a voting item? You will have up to 2 minutes. Okay. Seeing none, we will move on to our approval of the minutes. Ms. Hardy.
Thank you, Mrs. Warner. This evening, the board will vote to approve the minutes for the April 9th and April 23rd meetings, and I so move.
Second.
Are there any questions or comments about the minutes? Seeing none, we are ready for the vote. And Dr. Simkoviak, can you confirm again that you are still able to hear this?
I am still able to hear you.
Excellent.
The vote is open. Dr. Shaw? How would you like to vote? Aye. The vote is closed and passes unanimously.
Thank you. Now we move on to our student activities report. Mr. Corona and Ms. Faber.
Thank you, Mrs. Warner. This year, many NAI students went to Nash to take various AP tests. 179 students took the AP Human Geography test, which is the most students we have had take the test at NA, and the numbers continue to grow for next year. While the majority of students taking AP tests are at Nash, we have students from NAI taking Human Geography, Art History, Pre-Calculus, and Trigonometry, Calculus AB, Calculus BC, Stats, Chemistry, Physics, and Computer Science. This Is Us is a fun celebration to end the school year on May 29th. Any family with students in 9th or 10th grade are invited, as well as teachers and staff. We would like to invite you to join us for food trucks, music, and more. Now, I would like to take a minute to say goodbye to everyone here because I'm moving this summer, as many of you know. And I have loved being a part of the school board with all of you. And leaving this district is bittersweet. And I've learned a lot and have enjoyed my time in student council and on the board. So I want to say thank you to all of you.
Thank you, Mrs. Warner. Best Buddies participated in the Friendship Walk at Highmark Stadium and took a field trip to the zoo. The club also raised $13,000 for the Special Olympics through the Polar Plunge and began new games group during activity periods. Members are proud of their inclusive spirit and fundraising impact. The Senior Class Council put on a very successful prom this year. They continue to celebrate the class of 2025 through events such as the Senior Prom and Senior Banquet. Banquet sales went on sale on May 7th through the 9th, followed by senior superlative voting and continued posts of students' future plans on Instagram. The class is proud of its inclusive efforts this year, from themed events to custom senior sweatshirts, and for organizing the year's most significant milestones, prom, banquet, and graduation. Nash hosted its annual Project Water event this past Monday. Project Water is a student-run initiative that brings clean water and education to underdeveloped communities through fundraisers and service projects that impact neighborhoods across the street and around the globe. And I would like to take a moment to thank you all for this amazing opportunity. It has truly been an honor serving on this board. I started this role a little bit differently than my predecessors, meaning that I went to board meetings as a regular student regularly, and I never missed a board meeting. I was really passionate about this role, and I always wanted to speak on behalf of students and make sure that they have a seat at the table. I'm really proud of this year that I was able to reform the Principals Advisory Committee, and from years prior having to beg students to come to this, from this year having an outpouring of support, and meaning that we have to move locations sometimes. It got so big. I want to thank my predecessor, Isla Modick, who stood by me this entire year. And, pretty much every week I reached out to her just for, either a rant or some advice. But, she was there when I got this role, and she's still been there throughout it. I also want to wish my successor, Tess Pignato, the very best. I have full confidence that she will continue to excel in this role and that she will continue to effort to bridge the gap between students and administration. As I start my next chapter in my life, I will certainly bring the lessons I've learned in this role to George Washington University with me and beyond. So again, thank you all very much. It has truly been an honor serving on behalf of North Allegheny students.
Thank you, Ms. Faber and Mr. Corono. Are there any board members who have comments on the student activities report? Mr. McClure.
I will very briefly. I hadn't prepared this, but thank you both guys. It's been good getting to know you both, and thank you for all you've done. And Ms. Faber, I wanted to call you out specifically because you didn't mention the Miles to Meals. You brought that up last week. Last weekend was so much fun, and she worked tirelessly through 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. was the run. So 100 people running 1 mile each on 2 different teams. And I was on the black team, didn't win. She was on the gold team, they did win. So thank you for an awesome effort and for organizing that. Do we know how much was raced this year?
We were in between 7,000 and 8,000, and we still have a couple fees to pay, but more than last year. So that's a huge success.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Are there any other board members who have comments? I would just like to say you two have been a fantastic team. It has been such a pleasure to work with you guys this year. Julianne, we will miss you, and I'm sad that we won't have the opportunity to have you back here your senior year. Carson, I just want to say I ended up in the right place at the right time and got to attend one of your principals' luncheons, and it was wonderful. And I know several of us had the opportunity to attend the superintendent's luncheon last week. Another great opportunity for us as board members to hear directly from students. And I am so glad you brought up Ms. Modick. She was also an excellent school board representative, just like the two of you, and she left big shoes to fill, and you definitely did so this year. Good luck to both of you in your future pursuits at college and in Arizona. Thank you. Next, we will move on to our consent agenda. We had the opportunity to discuss almost all of these items last week. So would someone like to make a motion on a consent agenda this evening? Oh, Mrs. Blackburn, did I miss you? I'm so sorry.
No, thank you. I just wanted to abstain from item 21, please.
Okay.
Before I approve the consent agenda. And then I'll make the motion also.
Okay. So would someone like to move the consent agenda?
So moved.
And, and second.
We're first.
Are you good, Ms. Myden? Okay. All right. Does anyone have comments on the consent agenda? I know we have one abstention already.
I will also have to abstain from the supplemental section as well.
Okay.
I have an abstention on supplementals and also on the accounts payable list.
Thank you, 3 for those abstentions. Are there any other comments on the consent agenda, Mr. McClure?
Yes. The one item that is in the Buildings and Grounds folder is the approval of the van for the plumber actually to be using. And that's a not to exceed $65,000 expenditure. Last week, we had the estimate that was included in the folder that gave us a number of $56,052. And Mr. Chabala has been working this pretty hard, and we actually asked him to really give some effort towards our local dealers. And right now, they're still waiting to get the finals, but we're at about $45,250 from a $65,000 number originally. So great job, Mr. Chabala. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other comments on the consent agenda? Okay, I will note that we do have 2 new items from our meeting 2 weeks ago. One is boardroom AV technology, and one is the appointment of our Peebles Elementary principal. And if there are no other comments, first I will check. Dr. Simkovic, have you been able to hear what our discussion?
I have been, thank you.
Okay, then we are ready for the vote.
The vote is open. The vote has closed and all items have passed unanimously with the 4 noted abstentions.
Thank you. Congratulations, Mrs. Guest. We are so excited to welcome you to your new position as Peebles principal. We are very proud of you and as a Peebles parent myself, I'm so excited to see you move into this role. And it was wonderful to have the opportunity to speak with you last week. And if you would like to have the opportunity to say a few words, we would welcome that.
Thank you very much. I just wanted to take a moment to say a very heartfelt thank you. I am incredibly honored and excited to accept the position of principal at Peebles Elementary School. I'm eager to work alongside the dedicated teachers, staff, parents, and of course, their wonderful students to create an enriching and inspiring learning environment for every child. Thank you again for this incredible opportunity. I'm truly looking forward to becoming part of the Peebles family. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Guest. And thank you for bringing Willow. It's always exciting to see Willow. Okay, now we will move on to our special reports by the board. We will start with the legal counsel report.
We will be submitting that electronically.
Excellent. Next, we'll move on to our Citizens Advisory Committee report and our North Allegheny Foundation report with Dr. Simkoviak.
Thank you, Mrs. Warner. The Citizens Advisory Committee has adjourned its meetings for the year. I wanted to thank all the committee members for their service through the course of the year. The North Allegheny Foundation, as we speak, is hosting the Taste of NA event, which is a fantastic fundraiser. The North Allegheny Foundation has many exciting events planned for next year, so please keep an eye out for that. And we are very excited also to support the installation of the new sand volleyball courts at North Allegheny Senior High School.
Thank you, Dr. Simkoviak. Next, Ms. Blackburn with the A.W. Beatty Career Center report.
Thank you, Mrs. Warner. We have spent a lot of time looking over the budget, which has taken up a lot of our springtime, but we have our summer picnic coming up tomorrow. And soon it will be the graduation. Right now, the enrollment is at 1,040 students. So the A.W. Beatty Career Center keeps growing and growing because it is a wonderful opportunity for students. We have programs which just got approved, like Introduction to Pharmacy, dental careers, pastry arts, robotics, engineering technology. It has got more programs than anybody can imagine. Surgical services, veterinary sciences, marriages, automotive technology, so many things going on. And we approved those courses. The curriculum is fabulous. We highly recommend going to the A.W. Beatty Career Center. Many jobs are out there for our students. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Mrs. Blackburn. And now we will move on to Dr. Shaw and the legislative report.
Thank you, Mrs. Warner. There's one update for the legislative report. The Senate has passed Bill 246, which would require schools to notify all parents and educators within 24 hours when a weapon is found on school grounds or during school-sponsored activities with no exceptions.
Thank you. That concludes our special reports. Now we move on to speakers on non-agenda items. We have one pre-registered speaker, so we will start this evening with Jackie Love.
Good evening, administration. My name is Jacqueline Love, and I'm here once again, not just as a parent, but as a voice for our Settlers Walk families who feel unheard. I'm speaking about the 2024 decision to eliminate nearly 40% of our district's elementary bus stops, a change that has created serious safety concerns for countless families. These concerns have been raised in meetings, emails, and conversations, and they are based on firsthand experiences, not vague or emotional reactions, but specific risks to our youngest, most vulnerable students. The 2024 parent survey highlighted concerns like long bus rides, transfer points, and early high school pickup times. But 2 of those 3 don't apply to elementary students. Yet it's our youngest children who are bearing the brunt. That's just not fair, and it's unacceptable. A 40% reduction is not a minor tweak. It is a significant shift that demands careful, transparent planning. According to that same survey, 82% of elementary parents were satisfied with the transportation services. That should have prompted caution, not sweeping change. Since these changes took effect, the impact has been real, especially for our Pioneer Drive children. As a reminder, 4 to 5 bus stops were completely removed on Pioneer Drive. Many students now walk farther, upwards of 10 minutes, and cross multiple streets, including high traffic areas, to reach consolidated stops. This has exposed them to new hazards and weather extremes that previous routing had avoided. And our families have already seen the consequences. Since September, there have been 11 documented near-miss incidences involving vehicles and students, ranging from kindergartners to 5th graders. 11 Settlers Walk elementary children were almost hit by cars. These are not hypotheticals. They are real events that could have ended in tragedy. Let that sit with you. I've spoken at 2 board meetings this year, before and after a couple incidents, to put these concerns on record. Many other families did the same, yet a majority of the administration has declined to reconsider or revise the scope of these cuts, but rather ignore our concerns. The district has cited School Board Policy 810 as justification, but we've reviewed that policy closely, and it's been applied in a one-sided way. The policy states that the Transportation Department will develop a plan annually for eliminating or consolidating bus stops, but says nothing about adding stops back when necessary. That raises a serious concern. Are we only ever cutting even when growth, safety, or family feedback clearly call for a reevaluation? Additionally, many of these revised bus stops do not comply with the policy's own guideline that stops should be no less than a quarter of a mile apart. This inconsistency further calls into question how the policy is being interpreted and applied, and whether the needs of families across the district are equitably considered. On our route, for example, 2 stops remain that serve 0 to 4 students, while our consolidated stop serves 25 to 30 children. Meanwhile, another elementary route in a nearby neighborhood has 5 bus stops within just half a mile, one of which serves only a single student. This directly contradicts the intent of equitable and safe routing described in Policy 810. If this policy is being used as a foundation for these changes, it must be applied consistently and with integrity, not selectively. This decision has also created new problems: increased traffic at our consolidated stops, added burdens on working families, and disproportionate impacts on students with disabilities. It undermines both safety and equity. So we asked the administration directly, was a comprehensive safety assessment conducted before the cuts, where families or transportation staff consulted? Have supports like crossing guards or monitors been added at all high-risk locations? And how is the district measuring the impact of this decision on safety, well-being, and attendance? We understand the need to eliminate waste and improve efficiency, but never at the cost of a child's safety. So tonight, on behalf of Settlers Walk families, we respectively urge the administration to revisit the decision based on its real-world consequences, release the data and rationale for which steps were cut, conduct safety audits as affected stops using parent feedback, and include families in future transportation planning. These concerns have raised not once, but repeatedly before and after serious incidents. This is not just a personal grievance, it's a growing community issue.
30 seconds.
We all want what's best for our students. We are speaking up because we care. Not that these risks have been clearly documented, but we ask the district take them seriously before something preventable becomes irreversible. My first grader is here tonight, and I'm here because I want her to see that her voice matters, even when it's spoken through mine. That's what this is about, empowering kids that their safety is worth standing up for. This aligns with the NA Empower initiative. Thank you for your time and your continued commitment to student safety.
Thank you, Mrs. Love. We have no more pre-registered speakers. Is there anyone else in the audience who would like to speak for up to 2 minutes on any topic?
Hello, I'm Kristen Mays from 1851 Pioneer Drive. Last November, I came here and shared my concerns about the same bus stop eliminations in my neighborhood. Those resulted in a 10-minute walk for my 2 elementary-age children to get to the bus stop. And every day, my husband or I take time off work to walk them to the bus stop and back. But despite this, both of them have had close calls with cars this school year, as have 9 other children that we know of in our neighborhood. And you've heard from many of their parents throughout the school year. All parents in my neighborhood are doing our best to keep our kids as safe as possible, but there's only so much we can do. I know this because on the morning of April 15th, I was walking my 5-year-old on the sidewalk to the bus stop. He was on my right and the street was on my left, and I still don't know why, but all of a sudden he just sprinted in front of me and turned right into the street. And there was a minivan going down a large hill right towards him. He went so fast, I couldn't even grab him. All I could do, and I was terrified and I was panicked, and there was nothing funny about this, was scream as loud as I could and much louder than I ever thought I could. And he froze right on the edge of the street as a minivan jammed on its brakes and nobody got hurt. So despite parents' best efforts, we're still having way too many close calls. Just like Jackie highlighted, the further our kids have to walk, the more roads they have to cross, the more opportunity for accidents there are. How many close calls do we have to have
30 seconds.
until our luck runs out and we have an avoidable catastrophe? And why are all of you so content to sit here and wait for something terrible to happen? Please help us. There's no cost to restore a bus stop in our neighborhood. We know for certain there's time in the bus schedule. Please don't let your pride in the service reduction metrics take precedence over protecting our small and vulnerable children.
Thank you. Is there anyone else in the audience who would like to speak for up to 2 minutes?
Good evening. My name is Chelsea Stairs, and I live at 8641 Peebles Road. Hello, nice to meet you. Thank you so much for the opportunity to give me to speak today. I'm here as a community member, a parent, and most importantly, someone that's deeply committed to the safety and well-being of our children. I want to express my sincere and heartfelt thank you to all of you for your time, your effort, and your undivided dedication. As a result, we've updated our school zone timings and included kindergarten pickup and drop-off, which is not a small change given that all of our schools in my area are on state roads. We are excited, and all the families are very excited to have these changes and safety measures made for our students and families. The North Allegheny School District, thank you for recognizing that these changes and actions with urgency and responsibility. Your leadership in this matter shows that our students' safety is not just a goal, but a priority. To the North Allegheny Police Department and our school police officer, thank you for your consistent presence, vigilance, and proactive measures you take to protect our children. The safety of our roads, especially in school zones, depend heavily on your work, and your role is critical. To the People's School Administration, thank you for being strong advocates, responsible leaders, and partners in this process. Your hands-on involvement has driven these much-needed improvements forward, and your dedication to safety of your students has set a powerful example.
30 seconds.
We find it important and that we cannot overcome these items. Every day, parents trust that their children will be safe when they're walking or driving to school. And this important safety topic, as it relates to the traffic zones, is critical. We also want to take the time to thank the local township and the authorities of McCandless Township Police for their help, as well as they've increased visibility within these school zones.
Your time is up.
Well, I'm done?
Yes.
Oh, well, thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else in the audience who would like to speak on any topic for up to 2 minutes? Okay. Seeing none, we move on to our announcements and reminders. Are there any board members this evening who have an announcement or a reminder? Okay, well, seeing none, we are adjourned.